August 14th, 2024. Bard Finnemore here. We're in Stratford, Ontario. And I have seen this with a friend. Something rotten. Hilarious, dazzling dance. Okay, so we're outside the Avon Theatre. Why is it called the Avon Theatre? Well, I'll tell you. Because Stratford is located along the Avon River, which flows into the Thames River, which flows all the way down through London and into Lake St. Clair, and then into bottom end Lake Huron, Detroit River, and then Lake Erie, out Ontario, St. Lawrence, and the Atlantic. Did you know this? It takes approximately a decade for one drop of water in Lake Superior to make it all the way to the Atlantic Ocean. From Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie, Ontario, St. Lawrence to the Atlantic. Anyway, here is the Avon Theatre. I don't come to Stratford often. I believe this is one of 3 theaters. I have seen only 3. So let's walk to the Avon River from the Avon Theatre, and we'll cut through all these beautiful old British style architecture buildings, starting with our lovely Avon Theatre. All right, so you see what I can see. I must give a shout out to the musical dance theater production Something Rotten, an awesome show if you want to laugh and be dazzled by the high caliber of acting musical talent on display. Once again, you're walking through downtown Stratford, Ontario, Canada. How do you get to Stratford? Well, you just go 401 westbound towards London, being the biggest city on the 401 West, and then Windsor, of course. Then right around the Woodstock area, you'll see a turn off right after an Ontario route stop off. And it's one road here. That's it. Easy place to get to. Look at the buildings. I know that one there with the clock tower is the City Hall of Stratford. That's one I can recognize. Other than that, what you see is what I see. There's an Irish pub over there.
I feel like Michelle is like...
Hey, that big building off in the distance is the courthouse, and a famous attraction in Stratford is the Shakespearean Gardens, and that is right next to that big courthouse down there. So here's one of the main drags of Stratford. And it's a city along the Avon River, which I'm about to go to now. You can rent paddle boats here. Here's the Avon River. And you can walk along this river all the way to theater number 2, theater number 3. The guitarists and the keyboardists are in Festival Theater, the furthest theater away that I know of. I only know of 3 theaters here. Watching Something Rotten. Okay, here we are, Stratford, Ontario, Canada, along the Avon River. All right. August 23rd, 2024, but if anymore, we are in Bayfield, which is a little village off of Lake Huron. If you want to have the best pickerel, come here to the Bayfield Landing. Unbelievable pickerel. Now, we are next to Lake Huron, but the pickerel comes from Lake Erie. However, the trout, if you get trout from this spot, the trout comes from Lake Huron. All right, so I'm gonna do a little 2-part series here of this video. I'm gonna walk down Bayfield Street, Sorry, this is the main street of Bayfield. And get a sense of, you know, it's a quaint little village. Like I said, lots of boutiques, shopping, and eateries, great restaurants if you like fish. So I really can't comment on the stores because I'm not much of a shopper myself, but the architecture is fascinating. So you see what I see. And after this, I'm gonna head over to Lake Huron. You can get a beautiful landscape of a beach scene that is within walking distance from this main street of Bayfield, right next to Lake Huron. Lake Huron is where the beach is that I'm going to film. Okay, and once again, we're also near a marina. You'll be able to see the marina from the beach that I film. So you can swim, you can fish, you can eat, you can get a little escape from a big city like Hamilton or Toronto. I think I'll just stop here.
I think Jerry stayed in the apartment above there one day.
Oh yeah? And he was on his own, so there's nobody else around.
And I'll film this side of the street. All right, we're back where we started, Bayfield Landing, for some of the best pickerel and trout. We had the pickerel. Yeah, absolutely amazing. All right, we're almost at 5 minutes. So here we go. Bayfield Landing, 1851, since 1851. Pretty amazing. Okay, back where we started. Let's go to the beach. August 23rd, 2024. But if anymore, still in Bayfield. Bayfield is a little village right on Lake Huron. The last video I did, we were downtown Bayfield. If you take the Heritage Trail, that's the Heritage Trail. You can park here at a park. Look at this park. Park is famous for people congregating to watch world famous sunsets out on Lake Huron. But anyway, so if you take this is the Heritage Trail. This will take you all the way back into Bayfield Main Street, where all those shops, boutiques, eateries, restaurants were. Here's the park. Here's a placard. But anyway, you see all the benches aligned to be looking out in a certain direction. Well, they're situated like that to look out at the world famous sunsets here on Lake Huron. And here's that marina from above, as I was talking about. It's over there. And the Heritage Trail, we were right there at that pier tip. You can take the Heritage Trail all the way down to the marina. This is the Heritage Trail here. Just follow the wood chip trail through the park and you'll find another trail that will take you down to the Bayfield Marina. And that is Bayfield River. Back on the main road, there's a massive bridge that goes over Bayfield River, which drains into Lake Huron. And look at that. Look at the sky. Look at these sunsets here. Now, can you see why people come here and sit? Not so many people here tonight, but they do have all these park benches here for a reason. Once again, Heritage Trail just down that way, and you get to that marina over there. We're going to go down the wooden staircase to check out the beach. All right. Bayfield, Ontario, near Lake Huron. And you're looking out at Lake Huron. I think you're looking out at the ocean, huh? Huh? You would. Think you're in Australia looking out at Byron Bay? Hey, I'm in Australia, mate. I'm going to go down to Byron Bay. I've been there. Does look like Byron Bay. You could convince yourself, hey, I'm in Thailand right now. I'm going to go down to one of the exotic beaches of Thailand because the watercolor here is a light blue. You could convince yourself you're in Okinawa, Japan. You could convince yourself you're out on Vancouver Island looking out at the Pacific Ocean. I would even argue that the watercolor over here is a softer, lighter blue than the ocean that I've seen out east. Talking in PEI. I love those red sand beaches though out there. New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, right? I think we got you beat here at the west coast of Ontario. You could tell yourself, hey, I'm in British Columbia right now. Walking down a wooden staircase that leads me to the Pacific Ocean. And you'd probably believe me. But this is not the Pacific Ocean. This is Lake Huron. We are in Bayfield, Ontario, the west coast of Ontario. I've almost made it down. You can see the marina again. Again, the Heritage Trail will take you there. And lots of benches here if you want to just, take your time, meandering down to the bottom. And look at this. You make it to this beautiful, beautiful beach. Where am I? Australia? Thailand? Japan? Vancouver? PEI? Lake Huron is so majestic. If you did have a speedboat, you could beeline it across and make it into Upper Michigan. Beautiful, huh? You have a sailboat out there. Well, hopefully I have captured the magic, the majestic landscape of Lake Huron, and now you can understand why they say there are world famous sunsets out here on the west coast of Ontario, specifically Bayfield, Ontario, not too far one way to London, Ontario and Grand Bend, and not too far the other way to Goderich and Bayfield Beach and Kincardine and all that. Lake Huron is majestic. It does look like the ocean. All right, I'm over 6 minutes. See ya.